Are you a pretty girl? You just think you're in every video, don't you? Yeah, you think you're famous. You think you're YouTube famous.
Oh, you got Luke.
DB, hey my baby! Come show them you haven't been on camera in a minute. Come show them how cute you are. Come on. Yes, he's so beautiful. Yes, he is. Look how pretty he is. Oh, no, no, no.
He's nothing but eyes.
He's the prettiest thing in the world. What's up, everybody? I got a bobby pin stabbing me in the head. Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be an elf's favorites. Not an elf's favorites, but my favorites of the makeup brand Elf. I did this video almost a year ago, and they've come out with so many products this year, and I thought it would be time to go over all my favorite Elf products. I really like the brand. I think they provide many quality products for a very low price, as most of you know. So I'm going to try not to talk about too many of the products that I talked about last year, but I still love those products. But I'm going to try to talk about new now. And share with you guys what is worth your dollar bill show. And without further ado, we're gonna sing a little song.
Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel before you leave.
And we'll go ahead and jump right into the video. Alrighty, first I know what I want to start with because this is like such a cool product to me. This is the Elf Aqua Beauty. This one is Island Breeze. I think they have 2 or 3 of these. These are their like putty aqua eyeshadows. Everything has fingerprints and is dirty, but I think this shiny black packaging is super sleek and nice. And then when you open this one up, it has the putty like eyeshadows. If you can see, they're super creamy, but they have really great pigment. Here are the swatches. That green gold's everything, the cranberry. The lighter silver doesn't really show up that well, to be honest. And the brown is super interesting, very pigmented. You have a pinky peach and a more metallic down here. And I just think these are so pretty. Now I do apply these with my finger, and I only apply them to my eyelid. I don't blend them out and buff them into the crease and all that. But I do just apply these to the lid with my finger, and I think they're a great product from Elf. Next up, we are going to talk about a finishing powder. This one is in the shade Fair Light, and it comes in this silver component. Come on, come on. It doesn't know what to focus on. There it is. There it is. So actually, there's a cat hair in my mouth. Powder does not flash back, and I find it to be a really great drugstore powder. If you can see, it's not a stark white translucent color. It's more, has like a little bit of a cream ivory shade to it. So it feels super nice, soft, and luxury, but it doesn't have those like crystals in it that shine back really bad, and I find this to be a really great setting powder. Now, I was going to demo the brush that I think is absolutely amazing to use it with, but I was trying to take a thumbnail picture of the products I was going to talk about by holding them up, and I dropped the brush, and my genius self forgot completely that I was wearing red lipstick, and I decided to pick up the brush like it was falling out of my hand. I picked it up like with my mouth. She's got red lipstick all over it. So this is the brush that I like to use with it. It is the, I don't know if this is like a new collection. This is the 103 brush. These brushes are super soft. I'll go ahead and put some like right here. But this brush is pretty dense, and it has a nice flat shape, which I think is perfect for packing on under the eye, cutting the jawline, and setting the forehead areas that I put the finishing powder. So you don't have to spend a lot on the brush either. And I just think this is a great compact, and they don't come together, but I think it's a great set, and I think the products are very high quality. Next up, I want to talk about the lipsticks. The lipsticks. Next up, I have 2 lipstick shades from Elf that I've had for a really long time. Hopefully these are still for sale. Probably should have checked online before I did the video. Girl. Okay. These are really, really pretty. It's nicely nude and rosy tan. I think these are so old, honestly. I've had them forever, but I refuse to get rid of them because I think they're like the prettiest nude color. I'm just swatching them all down my hand. I mean, being honest, they are pretty similar to each other. This is the rosy one. This is the nude one. The nude is my favorite out of the two because the rosy is a little more pink, but they're both a very, very, very beautiful nude shade, and they wear so well. They look semi-matte. They have like a slight satin sheen to them, but they're very pretty, and again, I hope they're in stock because this is like my favorite lipsticks from e.l.f. I think they are the prettiest colors that they have ever made. Okay, next up I have a like cream eyeshadow, and okay, the cat hair, like it's there. Cream eyeshadows I have a little bit of a battle with because a lot of them crack on. By the way, I just got out of a photo shoot, and if you think my makeup's a little bit extra today, that's what's going on. Cream eyeshadows crack and crease a lot, and a lot are not long wearing just because when they dry down, they just slough around. The most thing is the cracking and the fallout you get from a cream eyeshadow once it's dried down. But this one is the shade Molten Bronze, and this is part of their Aqua line, and this is one of their cream eyeshadows. This one is one of my favorites, and I think it is so pretty. It applies so incredibly evenly. This one hasn't dried down quite, but it doesn't really crack at all. It has like super good quality see, it hasn't dried down yet, but it has super good quality for the price of it. And I think if you want to get into cream eyeshadows, it would be really great to start with an e.l.f. product because you wouldn't waste your moolah. And also these, like if you put these all over your eyelid and then put like a brown sparkly eyeshadow or brown eyeshadow on top of it, it makes a great base for an eyeshadow if you put the eyeshadow on top of it before the cream eyeshadow dries. The next product I have is this palette from e.l.f. and this is their shadow brow and liner palette. So it's a 3-in-1 eyeshadow palette, and it comes with this little brush in it. Here's what it looks like. If you can see why they call it the 3-in-1, it's for your eyeshadow, your brows, and you could do like a brown smoky liner. So you could definitely use it for that. Me personally, I don't use this palette for that. I just use it as a really pretty neutral eyeshadow palette with all mattes, like my all matte eyeshadow palette. I don't per se like the eyeliner brush on the end, but I really like the black buffer brush on the end because I'll pick up, look how creamy that color is. I'll pick up one of the colors and just buff it on my lower lash line with this brush, and I find that is what this brush is good for. Like that lower lash line is perfect to get in there, the perfect size. So I really like this palette. I think it's worth the money, especially if you're a neutral girl and you need some good transition shades, you need a good matte. This palette's where it's at, and it has a nice plastic packaging, so it's also great for travel. Next up, this is a little weird for me to mention, but I want to mention it. So the next up is a product that I liked, and it did what it said it was going to do, but the product isn't necessarily for me because I don't wear products like this. A little confusing, I know. So this is their foundation serum, and it is a very lightweight, dewy looking serum foundation. This is not mattifying. It's not full coverage. It's not gonna last like super, super long, and that is typically what I look for. I want like the full thing. Okay, I don't want any of the half-ass stuff. I want the full thing. I want the full coverage glam, matte, gonna last all night. I'm not gonna have to worry about, and that's just not what this is. But it doesn't claim to be that, and the claims on it, it's very pretty on the skin. It's just not for me. So I want to recommend it to you guys who don't like the full matte or the full beat and want something lighter. This is lighter. I don't recommend it for oily skin. If you have dry skin and you want something light, just adds a little bit of color to your skin, gives you a pretty dewy glow. I recommend this foundation, and it's super affordable, as you guys know. It has sunscreen in it, SPF 25. It protects your skin from the sun. It is perfect for a beach day, lake day, a weekend. So I think it's a good foundation, you know? It's just not what I go for in a foundation. So if you don't see me use it a lot, that's why. Girl, I'm an all or none kind of girl. It's kind of like for me, it's either wing liner, a lash, full coverage, contour, glitter cut, crease, or no makeup at all. Next up is another lip product. I feel like this is gone now, but I'm gonna mention it anyways because I really enjoy it. This is the Alyssa Ashley collab with e.l.f. and Nude Rose, which you guys know I'm a sucker for a nude, and this is a gloss. Can we talk about the packaging? The packaging is so nice, really luxurious, really, really pretty, and ooh, it's almost like the quality, the pigment of a liquid lipstick, but in a gloss. Super, super, super pigmented gloss. Really pretty, goes on really nicely, pretty even, and yeah, I just really like the quality of it, and the packaging's so high end. So I thought it was great, and you did great, Alyssa Ashley. So congrats to you on that, and I love the product. I think it's wonderful. Next up is their contour palette. So this product I did mention in last year's video. Sorry for being a repeater, but I'm gonna repeat it anyways because I think it's great, and I get asked all the time what's a great contour palette. Now, I do not like the highlighter in it. I think it's a little chalky and way too light for me, but the setting powder in it is a little bit similar to the finishing powder that I showed you in the Silver Compact, and this is a little too dark, but I do use these two shades. I think they're very pretty, have a nice quality to them. So, and it has a nice big mirror in it, so it's great for on the go. My cat's trying to attack the backdrop. Okay, remember last time what happened? Who remembers? Who remembers what Peach did last time she attacked the backdrop? Comment down below. Anyways, it's a good palette. It's worth your dollar bills, y'all. I've talked about it, I think, several times on my channel. So instead of beating a dead horse, I'll move on. But before I move on, I actually want to talk about a contour brush I like to use with it by e.l.f. I think it's great. This is the 105 brush. And again, it is the clear handled, really cute, soft luxe brush. There's powder coming out of it everywhere. And this is a great contour brush because it has that oval shape to it. It's like pinched. So it's great to like snatch right there in that cheekbone. It's great to turn sideways, get the temple area. Looking at myself in the viewfinder, you could even get a little snatchy down the nose if you want to. Get in that chin. It's just a great shaped brush for contouring, and it's that perfect medium size, not too small, not too big. So I think this is a really great brush from e.l.f. and I recommend it to you at home watching this video. I wish I could say, but I can't. Next up is another product that I mentioned to you in the past. This is the e.l.f. primer. Now this is one of my favorite primers, high and low end drugstore. This is one of my favorite primers, like not just favorite drugstore, not just favorite e.l.f. It's like overall favorite primers. I use this all the time. I actually travel with this primer all the time. It's so simple. The packaging just like has nothing on it. It just says clear on the lid, but it just feels so luxurious. And if you're doing a client's face, it's really great to moisturize their skin before you start to get the base to set on the skin really nicely. And this, it's like this creamy veil that goes over the skin. It makes the skin feel so soft. This is like such a luxurious product. It is not that heavy. Like it feels thick whenever you squeeze it out, but once you start moisturizing it into your skin, the product actually lightens up and it kind of like your skin absorbs it. It feels so good on the skin. I can barely breathe because it has quite a scent to it, but it feels so good on the skin. It leaves your skin feeling super soft, and it leaves the foundation going on gliding, just gliding on that skin. Next up is another eyeshadow. Like, I'm really into their cream eyeshadows. They've just hit the nail on the head with them, and so these are their long-lasting lustrous shadows. I have two that I really like, and of course they are somewhat neutral colors. So this one is the gold color. It's actually called Toast. It comes off a little bit more glittery, which I think is so pretty if you just pop it on your eyelids. Again, I just use these two with my fingers. I don't use a fancy brush. They're both quite glittery actually, and the other one is a little bit of a pinker shade. So let me show you both of them. The pink one is Soirée. That's what they look like. Ooh. And then this is, do you see how they're like metallic and glittery? Super pretty on the eyelids. So there's the gold, the pink. These two are my favorite colors out of all of them, and I just think they're great. Was that all? Was that all I had to talk about? I talked about a lot though. Let's be real. I talked about a lot. Okay, so that is all I had to talk about with e.l.f. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I talk like so much and I'm like, blah, 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 but I feel really passionate about products that I love, okay? And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it saves you some money and gives you some options of products that won't break your bank. And you can normally get e.l.f. I personally, they do send it to me in PR, I will say that, but whenever I want something from e.l.f., I want to test out new products, I just go to e.l.f.'s website because they have everything, and I feel like in Target or CVS is a little bit picked over, but I just go to e.l.f.'s website. But anyways, that's just my tea on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Everything I talked about will be linked in the description box down below. And be sure to just follow me on all my social medias. I love you, and I'll see you all in my next video.